So you're waiting. It's been a month, a year, 2 years, and so on, and still no answers. You're tired and you feel like your words aren't getting past these four walls, and you're starting to feel that God has something against you. Yes, I know you hate it when God is silent, and sometimes it makes you angry. But do you know that God does some of his best work when we think he's ignoring us? You see, God is not bound to answer within our timeline, and he's not obligated to answer in the way we want him to answer. But why is it that we praise him when he does, and we doubt when we feel like he doesn't? Sometimes I feel like God refused to answer right away because it's the only way that keeps us relying on him, and the only way that people will grow closer to him. Because most people today seek him only during the bad times. They don't care about growing a relationship with him. Also think, if God gave you what you wanted, would this world be a better place? Or would this prayer only benefit yourself? Sometimes we can be very selfish when it comes to our wants. Sometimes God sees the negative things that may occur if we were to answer with a yes. Sometimes he knows it's not what's best for you, and it's not what's best for the person you are praying for. You see, God doesn't ignore you. He hears you when you pray. And no matter the situation you find yourself in, when you don't feel a response, just know that he heard you. But there's more to it than what we can see or understand. You see, in order for us to understand, we need to see life through God's perspective. Our time here on earth is to prepare us for eternity. So even though he cares about our well-being and physical needs, his main concern is our spiritual growth. I also come to realize that when we ask God for something, we have a bad habit of waiting, just waiting. But waiting is where the answer should take shape. It's where you're supposed to prepare yourself. It's where your faith will be tested. It's where you're going to have to put in the work. But no, we want God to answer, but we are not willing to let ourselves be transformed by him during the process. You see, I receive countless of messages of people who are so sure that God has given them the silent treatment. And that is not true. That is not true. We are one with God and he hears you. But you are more focused on yourself, on your physical being, that you're not hearing God when he speaks. Because you are letting your problems speak louder than his words. But don't give up on God because he doesn't give you what you want. Trust me, he knows why. He knows the right time. He knows that you deserve more. And he is listening to you, but you have to trust the process. And you have to do your part. Someone once said, we never know how God is going to answer our prayers, but we can expect that he will get us involved in his plan for the answers. If there's one thing I want you to learn about this message, is that God always has a response. God always has a response. And just because you can't see what he's doing doesn't mean he's doing nothing. Just know that sometimes he may respond with a no. But no matter if the answer is not what we want to hear, he always responds with love, and he always knows what he's doing. So I'm asking you to please remain faithful, keep fighting, and let the gospel give you life.